Hariom. I have sat across from a CEO who couldn't remember the last time he was able to sleep through the night. A brilliant engineer who had stopped feeling anything at all. A teacher who dreaded Monday mornings. After loving her work for almost 15 years, they asked me the same question. Is this what success is supposed to feel like? The answer is no. Sustainable high performance demands genuine transformation, not by following the crowd or applying surface level trainings, but by questioning everything while staying rooted in timeless human realities, struggle, growth, and meaning. This requires conventional thinking while addressing the fundamental needs for balance and purpose. Partial solutions create partial results. For 30 years, I have watched the same patterns repeat. Smart people, hard workers, big dreams. And somewhere along the way, they forget how to rest. Not just their bodies, their minds, their spirits. The World Health Organization calls burnout an occupational hazard. I call it what happens when we mistake motion for progress. Here is what nobody tells you about stress. It doesn't just tire you, it rewires you. Your nervous system learns to stay on high alert always. Even when you sit down to rest, your mind keeps running, rehearsing, replaying, worrying, and slowly you stop recognizing yourself. The person who used to love his work is gone. The leader who inspired teams, exhausted. The parent who had patience, running and empty. The solution isn't new. For thousands of years, the rishis, India's ancient sages, understood something neuroscientists are only now confirming. True rest happens in specific states of consciousness. They called it Yoga Nidra, yogic sleep. In the Mandukya Upanishad, they describe four states of consciousness: waking, sleeping, deep sleep, and Turiya, the witnessing awareness beneath them all. Yoga Nidra trains you to access that fourth state while fully conscious. Your body rests as deeply as in sleep. Your mind becomes receptive, open, healable, and your awareness stays awake. Modern science calls this the parasympathetic state, your body's natural healing mode. 1 hour of Yoga Nidra equals 4 hours of conventional sleep. But here is what matters more. It doesn't just rest you, it rewires you. Anxiety patterns stored in the nervous system, they dissolve. Stress responses that trigger automatically, you gain choice. The mental noise that never stops, it quiets. Over 2000 sessions, many students and many organizations. Here is what actually happens. Tech executive at a Bangalore startup used to have panic attacks before meetings. We didn't give him breathing exercises and send him back. We taught him relaxation and sankalpa practices from yoga, planting a seed of intention in that receptive yoga nidra state. 6 weeks later, not just karma, but he was promoted because he could finally think clearly under pressure. A manufacturing company was losing talent to burnouts, about 40% attrition rates. We designed their resilience reset workshop, bringing Vedantic principles of detachment and duty into their leadership training. Not philosophy lectures, practical tools, how to make decisions without decision fatigue, how to lead teams without absorbing their stress, how to set boundaries that protect performance. Within 45 days, 40% measured stress reduction, 30% improvement in focus scores. Attrition dropped to 18%. A mid-career professional, brilliant credentials, empty inside. I have everything I have worked for. So why is it I feel nothing? We did not add anything more. We subtracted, stripped away that noise until she could hear herself again. We analyzed her handwriting patterns, we identified subconscious blocks, and through Vedantic reflections and with the help of meditation, we reconnected her work to purpose. 3 months later, she started her own conscious business, serving others, finally fulfilled. I have structured this work into three clear pathways because everyone enters at a different readiness. The foundation path for the teams just beginning to understand resilience. Our resilience reset workshop. One transformative day. No theory, just experience. Employees learn to reset their nervous system in real time. Companies see immediate improvements in morale and focus. The investment is in rupees. The return on investment is immeasurable. The transformation path for leaders willing to go deeper. The emotional resilience advantage. 6 to 8 weeks. We blend graphotherapy, Vedanta, yogic meditations, neuroscience. We have weekly sessions, peer accountability, measurable outcomes. You don't just learn resilience, you become it. This is where managers become conscious leaders. The mastery path for executives who know that inner work is the work. Self mastery, leadership, mentorship. 3 to 6 months of deep transformation. Bi weekly, one-to-one sessions with me. We don't just address your stress, we examine your entire operating system. How do you think? How you decide? How you lead when everything is falling apart? When everything is falling apart. This is Vedanta applied. Ancient wisdom meets modern challenge. These are not just courses, they are great initiations. Here is what I know to be true. Every person I have worked with, every single one, had everything they needed already inside them. They didn't need more information. They needed permission to stop, to breathe, to remember. The rishis taught Tat Tvam Asi. You are that. You are not broken. You are not insufficient. You are simply disconnected from the stillness that has always been there. I don't fix people. I create conditions where they can finally hear themselves, where clarity emerges naturally, where calm becomes their competitive advantage. Your team is exhausted, your leaders are overwhelmed, your best people are quietly planning their exit. Not because they don't care, because they have forgotten how to care for themselves. What if you could change that? Not with another productivity hack, not with a motivational speech, but with something real, something ancient, something proven. I am Samarpananand Saraswati. For 30 plus years, I have been translating timeless wisdom into practical transformation. From my teacher's place in Bihar to the boardrooms, from ancient Sanskrit texts to stress reduction data. This isn't just coaching. It's not just wellness. This is the architecture of conscious systems where inner clarity builds outer excellence. If you're ready to stop managing systems and start transforming systems, if you're ready to lead from calm conviction instead of constant pressure, if you're ready to build success that doesn't cost you your soul, then let's begin. Book a call, bring your team to a workshop. Let me show you what happens when stillness becomes your strategy. Experience does the teaching. I just point the way.